So, David, convention over the weekend, Liberals all getting together, patting each other on the back. And at the end of all this, hello, Pablo Rodriguez. Been quiet for a little while, but I lost count. Was it 43 Liberal members who came out in support of him?
Well, in one letter it was 40, I think. But, I mean, he made sure that starting Friday, there was a clear show of force, and the message to the Liberal faithful during this convention in Quebec City, Aaron, was that Pablo Rodriguez is the front runner, is the man to beat right now. And that's what you can tell. It had some relevance because all the attacks were directed at him during the weekend. And a lot of the other candidates directed their attacks towards him, so saying very clearly that, Pablo Rodriguez is the man to beat. But, and it's one thing that we all have to keep in mind. This is a very long marathon. I mean, the campaign hasn't even officially begun.
Right.
It starts in January, mid-January, and will end in June of 2025. And one other thing that's very important is it's more than likely now, it's almost assured, that Carl Blackburn will throw his hat into the ring. Now, Carl Blackburn, former MNA during the CJAD years, and the current president of the Conseil du Patronat du Québec, which is the most important business lobby group in Quebec, the largest, most important, most influential lobby group in Quebec. There are a lot of Charest-era senior organizers that are waiting for him to jump in. He had said in the spring that he was not going to go at that time, because he was going through surgery for prostate cancer. But he seems to be out of the woods, and most likely he will run. So that sets the stage right now for a real battle royale between two very big names in the Liberal Party, which are Pablo Rodriguez and Carl Blackburn. We'll see about the rest, but it's going to take a long time. For the convention itself, there's something fundamentally wrong with the current status of the Liberal Party of Quebec, Aaron, because and it kind of harkens back to what a lot of us said about the Democratic debacle last Tuesday, is that the Liberals never seem to miss an opportunity to talk about real issues. The takeaways from the convention since Friday in Quebec City, what are the three big issues that came out? The bridge, the third link, the third bridge to Quebec City, a constitution for Quebec, and language. When you look at the top 10 issues, poll after poll, that Quebecers list, Francophones and Anglophones list as key, you don't find those issues. And when I'm talking about language here, there is a consensus in Quebec about the problems with Bill 96, i.e., anybody in their right mind will understand that 6 months for an immigrant to learn French makes no sense. Everybody's going to say, it's even in the Francophone side, you're going to find a consensus around the fact that, you know what, it's not a bad idea, and it's not being assimilated when you're a Francophone, to maybe after doing elementary and secondary education all in French, that maybe Francophone parents may want to send their kids to English-speaking CJAD, because it's part of giving a complete curriculum to your kid to face the fact that in this world you need a solid knowledge of English to get around. Also, all the red tape. The main business lobbies, not just the Conseil du Patronat du Québec, all the Francophone-led business lobbies across Quebec are saying, Bill 96, the red tape, it's devastating. It's hurting Quebec business. Same thing in the justice system, this ridiculous simultaneous translations of decisions in the justice system. So there are a lot of issues where the Liberals could score points, of course, with the English-speaking Quebecers, and try to rebuild trust, which was broken during the Anglade years. But the idea here is that there are places to go. But think about this, Aaron. Nothing on the economy, nothing on the cost of living, nothing on the cost of housing, nothing on healthcare. You just spent talking to listeners about what today? Healthcare. Did you hear anything about healthcare during the 3 days of the convention? No. Anything on education? Mauro Whiskey scored total political points on the Bedford School fiasco. André Fortin has been scoring points on Christian Dubé for months now in the National Assembly, and nothing on these key issues. So, it's kind of like the Democrats disconnecting with the issues of average Quebecers and missing a big opportunity to send key messages that we're the party. Because when you look at the polling, again, the CAQ is in the doldrums. They're not digging out of the hole they've dug themselves into. The Parti Québécois is obsessed with ultra-nationalist positions on language and immigration, and it's going to be their brand. The minute they start talking about the economy, they stumble. Québec Solidaire is completely stalled. The left and the far left are not connecting on the issues. There is an opening here, but if you start talking to Quebecers about real issues, and by the way, the last time the Liberals won government in Quebec, 2014, that was the theme. There was the Charter of Values being pushed by Pauline Marois and Bernard Drinville and the Parti Québécois. Pierre Carpelledo was raising his fist. And what happened? The Liberals connected on real issues, which were, we got to get the economy in order, and we're going to talk about what day-to-day kitchen table issues are affecting Quebecers. And I think that's a missed opportunity from over the weekend.
So, I realize, as you said, we're a long way away from the leadership race even officially beginning. I wonder, though, if, or maybe you could give me an idea of when you would see some people who've already announced, actually you think, you know what, this guy's got 40 people supporting him, I have one, maybe I should consider just getting out of here altogether.
Well, I think already some of the candidates, you have to think that some of these candidates are there to position themselves to raise their profile for the 2026 campaign. I would say, all due respect, Frédéric Beauchemin, the Quebec City lawyer, his name escapes me, Marc Bellemare, I think is his name. I think it's about raising profiles. Denis Coderre, again, until we have a clear signal about his tax issues with Revenu Quebec, it's hard to think he'll be able to even become a candidate if his tax issues aren't solved by January.
Right.
And we have no signal to that effect yet. So that leaves Charles Milliard, who has a solid base, but is not well known and not well established, and who may be overshadowed if and when Carl Blackburn steps in. So, because he has a lot of support in the old Charest era liberal wing of the Quebec Liberal Party. So, I would think it's going to be very clear in January, February, because it's all going to be about the ground game. It's not about the messaging. A leadership race, and I'll take you back to the Poilievre route in 2022 when he ran for the Conservative leadership against Jean Charest and others. It's about members. It's about getting cards signed. And you can talk a great game, you can give interviews all you want and seem to have some sort of communications game going. At the end of the day, it's going to be who signs up the most new members. Right. And that's the game, period. I mean, right now, before all this started, the Quebec Liberal Party didn't even have 10,000 valid members. And so this is not about the current membership choosing a new leader, Aaron. It's going to be about who is going to sign up the most new members. And that's going to influence the platform for 2026. These new members, just like Pierre Poilievre, brought in hundreds of thousands of new Conservative members, and there was no doubt that when he routed Jean Charest and everybody else in 2022, that it was his party. And so I think it's going to be about organization. And the two people that really seem to have that type of ground game right now are Pablo Rodriguez, because he was a key organizer for Quebec for years for the federal Liberals, so he has that ground game already, and Charles Milliard, who does have a solid organization. But if Carl Blackburn comes in, he's going to have also very, very strong roots across Quebec.
Okay. David, I want to wrap up, but I do want to get your take on the longshoremen strike here at the Port of Montreal. How long till the feds come in and say, okay, enough is enough, and legislate them back to work?
I think the blueprint is going to be the same as what happens with the railroads. And so it's going to be maybe a week, because let's remember, it's not only Montreal, Vancouver also.
Yeah.
Is on strike. So you have the two largest. Montreal's number 2, Vancouver's number 1. So the two largest ports right now paralyzed. So Justin Trudeau is freed from his supply confidence agreement with Jagmeet Singh. I think he has a clear path, and he has precedent with the railroad strike. So I would say a week max.
David Heurtel, David, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Have a great week.